State. We just talked with Keith Carter about half an hour ago. And, John, one of the things that Keith told us is that you and Jeremy McClain at Southern Miss and he had really kind of worked together in figuring out how to roll this out after the news that we got from the governor yesterday. And I guess, first of all, I should say thanks so much for making some time for us this afternoon. Always good to visit with you.
Yeah, I appreciate it, guys. As shocking as that might sound, the ADs at Mississippi State and Ole Miss and of course Southern Miss have all worked together with this. We're just all trying to do it right, and just because something may not be your idea doesn't mean it's not a great idea. And we've had a lot of ideas. Keith and I have been in contact with the commissioner of the Southeastern Conference, our state and local government. I think we both have a good plan. In fact, guys, I was just listening to him. He basically rolled out our plan, and it's so rare that you can say this. You could call it the Mississippi State Ole Miss plan or the Ole Miss Mississippi State plan. It's very, very similar.
First of all, we've got a baseball team or two baseball teams sharing a plane en route to Texas, and both play well. And then everybody's working together. It is just one big kumbaya in the Magnolia State.
Peace in our time, John. We've done it.
I haven't had cause to laugh a lot in the last week or so, so you made me laugh. That's exactly right. Yeah, I mean, we have an ice and snowstorm, so we kind of come together to share a flight. By the way, how about the performance of the Southeastern Conference versus the Big 12 in that event? I mean, pretty outstanding stuff. Just watching our league play baseball right now is a sight to behold. I mean, the kids are older. The amount of prospects in this league, my God, the amount of prospects in the state of Mississippi that are playing college baseball right now it's special. I hope folks fully recognize what an incredible year this is going to be.
And the good news is more people are going to be able to see it in person now. Know that Mississippi State people specifically and season ticket holders want to hear maybe the same thing from you that they heard from Keith Carter, or maybe we've got a new audience now. Kind of walk us through the plan short term and longer term as the season progresses, at least based on what you know right now. And I know it's all happening fast.
Yeah, I would agree with Keith. You used the word phased in. I would agree with that. Although we, like Ole Miss, are going to be able to honor our season ticket holders who made the request. So we're going to be able to honor that. And in fact, our ticket office is reaching out to all of our season ticket holders in the grandstand, our chairback seat holders. And as you mentioned before about the outfield, we're going to be able to increase attendance in the outfield. But we feel like done in a responsible way. We're also going to increase the amount of students that we have. It's a very, very similar number that what Ole Miss is going to do, if not identical.
I'm still not getting the number, though, am I?
You're still not getting the number, but I can tell you it's darn near identical to what Ole Miss is going to do as well. So I think we have a good plan. A lot of people are working really hard. I'm telling you, these folks in our ticket office and in our Bulldog Club, they've had to pivot like 3 times, to make this work. And I think all the fan bases in Mississippi have been forced to be patient and have to be nimble. And we appreciate that. But we're going to have more folks watching baseball in this state. And I was just thrilled with the news yesterday from our governor and from Dr. Dobbs, quite frankly. But it's going to take some responsibility from our fans as well, as Keith mentioned, upon entry with a mask. All those requirements are still there. And I also want to say the student athletes, the staffs coming in are going to be protected. There's going to be a buffer zone. We're going to take care of them, and we're going to abide by all of the COVID policies by the Southeastern Conference and the state of Mississippi.
Any opportunity for general admission or walk-up purchase of tickets for fans, whether it's this weekend or maybe down the line?
See, that, there's so many factors with baseball, as you all know, right? So you got a weather issue, and on days where you have more of a weather issue, we might have more availability on those days. Or if it's cooler, might have more availability on those days. If we know a certain amount of our chairback holders aren't going to show up, yes, we might be able to sell more. But again, all of this is connected within our facilities, and hopefully we're moving toward a direction. We play Arkansas here in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Actually, on the 26th of March. And we're hoping that we would love to be absolutely where Dudy Noble Field has been in the past for an event like that at that time. But I do think it's a building process, and our staff is going to have to adjust. But I do like the fact that we're going to be able to honor the majority, if not all, of our season ticket holders.
John, just a hypothetical, but if you could get as many people into the stadium this weekend as you could, how many people do you think would be there?
Well, with the new facility that we have, I'm going to mess this number up, but when we had Stanford in a super regional, and what an unbelievable atmosphere that was.
It was incredible.
I think the number, I think the number was 13,500-ish. So we know we can get at least that many. In the old days when we had no construction whatsoever in the outfield, outside of our left field lounge, folks, we could take them all the way back to the old road that was out there. So, we had the record set, the largest crowd in the history of college baseball. But I
Which, by the way, the sight lines from the road were not great for those people that were out there.
No, not at all. Not at all. But they were into it, and I had the good fortune of playing in that game. So that was a thrill for me as well.
John, I think I hear what you're saying, but I don't want to put words in your mouth. You said phased approach, but is the goal here to work this thing as close to full capacity as possible, especially if the opportunity to host in the postseason presents itself?
Absolutely. I don't.
Okay.
I think everybody involved, from the commissioner of our league to Keith, myself, our Dr. Mark Keenum at Mississippi State, our governor, all of us want packed stadiums. The question is, how quickly can we get there? How safe can we make the student athletes? What are the COVID numbers like in our state? All of this has to be monitored, and we want to move in that direction. Let me tell you something. And again, this is like Keith. I played baseball at Mississippi State. I was a baseball coach at Mississippi State. Now I'm the athletic director. There is nobody on this planet who gets as charged up about seeing a full house at Dudy Noble as John Cohen. And I would love that to happen as quickly as we possibly can. I get that same charge when I walk into our football stadium or softball or tennis or whatever it is. And I want what our fans want. I want what the people in Mississippi want. I want full stadiums, but we're going to do it the right way.
John, you haven't set a date yet for Super Bulldog weekend. Were you waiting on an announcement like this to make that kind of proclamation? And do you have an idea of when it's going to be?
Yeah, we're going to release that very shortly. And again, we were waiting on the governor's orders. We're waiting on several of those facts. So it's not going to be long. We will be releasing that soon. And obviously we're very excited about that as well. And when that date comes, we're hoping we can have a full stadium.
You said the ticket office had to pivot 3 times, and certainly understand that. You guys had to pivot as well, along with Coach Lemonis and his staff, to find a new opponent this weekend. Did that process go easily when Tennessee Tech had to back out and you were able to get Kent State scheduled?
Well, I think it's only easy from the standpoint of, we live in a digital world where, you can get on the internet and immediately find out who had other cancellations. So I think there are 4 schools that Coach Lemonis was contacted immediately for a variety of reasons. He felt that the best option for us and really the best option for Kent State was to get together this weekend. They have a long haul. I mean, I'm just spitballing here, but I think it's a 12-and-a-half-hour drive, and I think they are driving. And a real credit to them. They want to play baseball and will do whatever it takes. That's one of the things about all of these athletes at all levels of the NCAA. The kids want to compete, And I just feel privileged that we're in a league, guys, that has done everything they can, where maybe some other leagues have said we're not going to compete. The SEC has said, yes, we are going to compete. We're going to do whatever it takes because that's part of the experience of these student athletes.
I feel like we accomplished something if we made you laugh in this 11 minutes. So this was a good day. It was a good day. John, really appreciate you taking a few minutes to kind of walk us through this process, and look forward to seeing you soon.
Yes, sir. Thank you all very much. Have a great day.